Biden and his team say they're on top of the immigration issue, working with other countries to find a solution. That's not enough for sheriffs in 17 states, calling to fire the Homeland Security Secretary.
After witnessing this disaster over the past several months and listening to the continued rhetoric and intellectual dishonesty from Secretary Mayorkas, the Western State Sheriffs Association and its membership must emphatically state our position of having no confidence in the ability of the Secretary Mayorkas and his leadership within the Department of Homeland Security to affect any positive outcome on this matter.
They say that the real issue is that the United States can't control its borders and that officials are out of touch with the real crisis on the ground. The Homeland Security chief even admits he doesn't have key data on migrant crossings.
How about this? How many deaths, how many illegal aliens have died crossing illegally into the United States under Joe Biden's administration?
I don't have that data.
Migrant crossings continue to happen, with NGOs providing aid to those crossing the border, making the process quite easier. The actual numbers are not known, but many speculate the situation is quite serious.
I managed to get in the gates. I demanded entry once and was refused. I talked a guard into letting me in on another occasion, and when I was in there, I saw buses pulling up. Probably about 100 migrants over an hour got off of these buses.
Many say it looks like the Biden administration is shirking responsibility, refusing to admit it's let the crisis get out of control.
How many children have been in the Biden cages in calendar year 2021?
Senator, I respectfully disagree with your use of the term cages.
Oh, by the way, here's a photograph of the Biden cages.
That, Senator, that is precisely why I articulated.
Children sleeping on floors, crashed in upon each other. When I took this photograph, the rate of COVID positivity was over 10%. Has Joe Biden been down to see this facility? Yes or no?
Biden and the Democrats say they are addressing the crisis, but many of their critics say their actions are both insufficient and far too late.
I don't know what data he's lacking. If he's lacking data, he ought to get on a plane, and Vice President Harris ought to get on a plane, and they ought to go to the border. And you don't need a lot more than going to the border and seeing what's happening with the thousands of people who are there. I mean, you can get the data with your own eyes. At the end of the day, it's President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris who make the policy, and they're responsible. One of the major jobs of the president is to protect the integrity of the border of the United States, and he has not done that. He has not shown a lot of resolve so far.